y'all? This is Jay Cruz, aka known as the Audio Cat. We're in one of my good friends' Lamborghini Gallargo. As you can see, we're inside the cabin. We're about to go do a test run to see what she's really got. So let's see what she's got going on, guys. We're about to get to a little clear street here. We're going to Mexico, so we're gonna go try it out in Mexico and see what it runs like. We're inside of it right now. We're about to make a lap onto Guadalajara, is where we're at right now, getting into Cancun area. And we're about to see what we can accomplish in the Lambo. So we're gonna do from a roll right now. We're running at about 15, and here we go. Is off the chain. It shifts fast. It runs really good. Let me put up the windows real quick for the air. But yeah, in reality, the shifting of the car, it's an automatic. It's an SMG transmission, so you have the option of using the automatic feature at the bottom, or you can shift it by the paddles. But it's not like those infinity paddles or those other paddles you get in your standard cars. If you watch the reaction time that I have, as soon as I hit that button, in reality, as soon as I hit that pop, the car goes immediately into the gear, so there's no downtime. That's kind of what makes these cars so exotic. They're not exotic and costly because of a name brand like some of the clothes we have, but in reality, it's the technology that they put into building these cars. So these cars, you're not going to find no fake leather inside. Everything that you see inside, if you see a carbon fiber, it's actually a real carbon fiber. The technology in the motor transmission is truthfully a unique experience. The comfortability of the car, it's got an F1 style steering wheel. The car runs really great. It's impressive. Besides just the looks, of course, we know Lambo and Ferrari and exotics have a look that is unique to none. But the driving experience, what makes these cars so desirable to people with that caliber of money that want to be able to buy it, guys. So it's really having a great luxury car, a car that's unique, but the driving experience is what makes this car so impressive. So right now, I just punched it there. Right now, if you see, I'm just floating around with no gas, no keys, the car sitting in neutral. It's an SMG transmission. When I come here, I pop it into first. Now the car's ready to go. And then I just want to show y'all the reaction time of these transmissions. I got a lot of Mopar friends that watch me, and I'm a Mopar guy myself right now, but you can't compare an A8 or any of those transmissions to this, and I'll show you exactly why in a second. If we get through this little traffic here, let the traffic go, because we got to Guadalajara really fast. So now we have to come back towards our border to start coming back home. But before we do that, I want to show y'all what I'm talking about in the transmission. So right now I'm taking off, and it feels like it's a manual transmission. It actually pops the clutch and everything. So when I pop it, I want you to see how fast the car listens and how far does it go. So here we go. That quick. In gear, that quick. Right now we're pushing up to the 110 mark. 130 mark. We're at the 150 mark, guys. That's 150 miles an hour in under a half a mile, definitely. That's what makes these cars unique. I mean, you know, everybody wants to know what the experience is like. There is no experience like it. That's why exotic are exotic, and that's why they cost what they cost. We're going to be doing a build on this car now. We have the pleasure of working a lot of cars for my client Johnny. We've done his Aston Martin, which y'all seen on the channel with the fiber, the carbon fiber wrap and all that kind of stuff. And we're going to do some stuff on this one, so you'll be seeing some builds on this car today. We'll be upgrading the audio a little bit, getting some more clarity, getting some bass, getting him to have you know, some personal touches to his radio itself. But that will be a competition today. So here with the Lambo right now, guys. I got the hood open. I'm beginning to do the project on this. The battery is located in the front, if you don't know that. So on this car, like I said, the other video, well, like I said anyway, we're going to be adding some bass to it, adding some clarity, adding some Bluetooth to this Lambo. But we're going to be adding on this bad boy right now, getting the system upgraded to make it sound a lot better. We're going to be updating this whole bad boy right now and getting it situated. We're also going to be doing the wheels and tires and the wrap. But today we're getting the audio part done on this car, so here we go. Whoop-a-doo! All right, so we're getting ready to work in this Lamborghini here, the Gallargo. We have to get some power for the amplifier we're going to be installing. We have to get the radio removed to be able to get the processors and stuff we're adding to this vehicle in there. So to start, when it comes to the front compartment, now this is what a lot of people don't know. The motor is not here. The motor is actually in the back. This is actually a storage area. So when you pop off this cap, you see that the battery is back here. Now we see the battery, we have to get access to get to the wires inside. But there's a rubber basket that you see that's around this whole thing. You see me pulling on it. Like I start to pull this off, I could remove this whole basket from this car, and then now this becomes another part. So what I'm gonna do now, you look at it, you can just tug on it, it lifts up, and that gives me access to everything that's underneath the bay there. So now that's how we start getting the process done, and start running power, ground, and start getting the unit together for the installation as we continue. All right, guys, up to this point, I already got the rubber sealed, I got all that removed. Now I gotta actually run power wire inside the vehicle. On these vehicles, again, there's gonna be a wall that divides the front end of the car to the chassis of the car, the inside of the car. That's called a firewall. That firewall on this car, there's a rubber grommet that's loaded. If you can look right here, there's a water tank here for your windshield wipers. Right on top of that, approximately right here going down, there's a grommet. So I used a tool that I have, a panel popper, to move the grommet, and I'm gonna fish this all the way through so I can fish the wire back the other way and start getting this install done. So right now we run the power, because like we showed you in the other part, your power wire for your battery is right there. So being that is where the power is for the battery, we have to run a power cell to be able to get power for the amplifier we're installing. So now I'm gonna start fishing this through. All right, so now I already got the power wire ran through. You see all this? Look, that's how much work it really is. Not an easy car. A lot of people have questions, and I'm gonna tell you some of the questions people have. Why is it when you own an exotic, you own a Mercedes-Benz, a Bentley, a Lambo, a Ferrari, why is it that shops cost or charge you more for labor? And I've always asked those questions and I'm gonna address that to you right now. These cars, they're made so much different. These cars are actually handmade. They're not made by machines. They're not robotics. It's not a Honda Civic. No thing against Honda Civics or Lexus use Mopar either. They're not production cars. They're actually handmade, so they're made so different that everything in this car is so finicky and so precise. It takes you a lot more time. So when you're looking at labor, you have to understand something. Labor is charged by the time that it takes us or a shop to be able to work on the vehicle. So if you have a Honda Civic that's a front wheel drive, it might take them 35-40 minutes in reality to do a starter on the Civic, right? It might take in the Lamborghini 3 to 4 hours and more to be removable, so they charge by the labor of the time. This one here is actually the same thing. The time that goes involved in installing this car produces more labor, and that's why these cars have those fees. But long story short, just giving you a little tech update. But right now we got the power going through. Now I'm gonna go to the inside. And there's another reason why shops are so important. You can do a lot of things with just a screwdriver and a pair of pliers. But if you want to do it right, you have to buy the right tools. So this kit that you see right here, to you guys may not mean nothing. To me, it's $120. I already pulled out the keys on this side that I'm going to be using. But this allows me to take out the radio from every kind of car. If you have a factory radio from a Ford, from a Lamborghini, like you're gonna see, to a Bentley, whatever you have, I have the keys to take out any radio from the car. Even the one for the Audis and the Fords, everything's included in that kit. So with these keys here, I'm actually remove the radio from this Lambo. We've got a way that it goes in, and you start hearing them click in. If you all look, there's little tabs that they go in. But there's also places that there is no tab. I just know that that's where it goes. There's no tab there, but I know that it goes there. When you get that done, it actually allows you to come here, start to push the radio out. I could have stole this radio that fast if I was a thief, just so y'all know. But I'm not a thief. We actually pick with the thieves' brick. But I'm gonna get these keys out from this vehicle. And my tools back out. And now that I got the radio out, I'm coming put a piece of cloth here, protect myself from any damages to the vehicle. Now, back here is all the harnesses, everything pretty much plug and play from that point. Good thing about these cars though, they're made by Becker, which if you see the radio says here is Lamborghini on it. Lamborghini doesn't really make a radio, neither does Honda, Dodge. They use other manufacturers. This is either going to be a Becker or a Blau pump from factory, but they're Lamborghini made. They have the schematic behind it, which is pretty cool for us guys who do technicians. So if you could zoom in here, I don't know if you can get this very clear here. You can see that it says like left front positive, right front positive, and then it says the negatives here and then the pin numbers and so on. This is really cool for us because now we know exactly what to do. There's not a lot of stuff online because the stuff is right there on the material itself. You don't have to go online to find what the positive and grounds are. It's literally right there. So with that being done now, I'm gonna go and install high to lows. I'm gonna install on this one the Bluetooth module for Bluetooth phone calls and streaming, and I'm gonna install the subwoofers and the tweeter. So I'm gonna continue doing my thing here, guys. All right, y'all, so we got the base pretty much going together. I've just removed the door panels now for the sake of adding the tweeters to the vehicle. We got this all situated and going together. Fuse block is on. Cars going together. We are in the process, guys. A couple seconds more, we should have this rolling up. So I'm gonna come over here now to the door panels. I've removed them already here. You could tell because the Lambo door panels here. And I am going to install now the tweeters. We'll do a flush mount on those tweeters, guys. Alrighty, so now I just finished cutting out the holes in this bad boy. The tweeters are custom mounted. I mean, you know, we call it flush mount, custom mount, but they're right there mounted like at their factory. So when you put it inside, it's like a factory install. Nothing aftermarket, nothing looking crazy, something exotic, something clean, something look really badass, if we call it. So I got this one done. I'll be working on the other one right now. Alright, y'all, so I got done with the Lamborghini. I got the bass box in there, I got the vocals in there, I got the tweeters in there. Got the radio together, I'm putting her back together again. And we're gonna do a final run through, make sure everything's operating, customer's happy. We can start the car, get the voltage up and going. Look at the owner of the vehicle, is Johnny. Y'all probably know from other videos, the Austin Martin sold, but that's Johnny. Playing with his toy right now. He actually got the car for the first day today, right? Sorry. Got it for the first day today, and the first thing he did, hold on. He said what all of y'all should be saying. I got the car, I'm taking it to AudioZone. Let me go get it right before I take it out and have a good time. So we're actually done with it. I want you to turn it on. Let's see if you're ready to see what you think so far.
Because he already got the car cropped.
Look at this.
We're not focused on reality. We broken in chains. Had a dream of being wealthy.
That sound clear too.
Is it better before?
Can't talk that.
Yeah, well, we ain't done with it yet because I already know that I always want to take it to another level. And the next thing I want to do, I want to amplify the vocals a little bit more. We kept the stock amplifier, but we're definitely going to go up because the car's loud. It's an exotic. We want to make sure the audio is more exotic. He is Hispanic, even though he looks like a white boy. And we were talking about it earlier. And this ain't being nothing funny or nothing, but it's a good feeling when you're Latino and you're able to accomplish these kind of things here. And go down the street praying reggaeton really, really loud.
Yeah.
Make everybody else really, really mad. That's what we're talking about. But so far, that's where it's at right now. So I want to thank y'all for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Please hit that like button, share it with your friend. I want to thank you guys for having this opportunity and watching this. And thank you guys for the support you're giving us. Don't forget, the last Wednesday this month is going to be the giveaway. The giveaway is going to be on the last Wednesday. We're going to do an event with Reel to Reel. We're going to have the event live. And I repeat it again, the merchandise is here. If it has to get shipped anywhere, you will be responsible for the shipping. We're not going to make the money on the cost. Whatever the shipping comes out being, that's what you'll pay. But if you're local, you want to pick it up, come by and pick it up. It's the last Wednesday. Share it out with your friends. Get this out there going. I want to thank you guys.